Hey everyone, before we get started, just a quick reminder, I'm here to make business topics simple and clear, but this is all for educational purposes. It is not a substitute for professional, legal, or financial advice. So you should always chat with an expert about your own specific situation. Welcome to the Business Basics Hub. Today, we are going to break down a business structure that, honestly, could save you a world of headaches. It's called the Limited Liability Partnership, or LLP for short. So what is it and why should you even care? Let's dive in. I want to start with a question that probably keeps a lot of business partners up at night. If you're in business with someone and they make a really costly professional mistake, could your personal savings, your car, or maybe even your house be on the line? The scary thing is, in a lot of traditional partnerships, the answer is yeah, it could. But what if there was a way to build a shield, a barrier around your personal assets? Well, that's exactly what an LLP is designed for. Think of it as the ultimate partnership shield. So what is it, really? An LLP is basically a hybrid. It's like taking the best of two worlds. You get the flexibility and easy tax situation of a partnership, but you also get that critical layer of personal protection that you'd normally find in a big corporation. And this right here, this is the most important part. In an LLP, you are generally not on the hook personally for the professional blunders or the negligence of your partners. It literally builds a financial firewall between their actions and your personal life. Now, you might hear about LLPs a lot with professionals like lawyers or accountants, but honestly, they're a fantastic choice for a whole range of businesses. Maybe you're a couple of friends testing out a new app idea or a small consulting firm. The bottom line is, if you're in a partnership and you want to protect your personal assets, an LLP is definitely worth a look. So, let's get into the why. Why would you go through the trouble of setting one of these up? Let's break down the key advantages that make it so appealing. It really boils down to three huge benefits. First, and we've said it a few times, it protects your personal stuff. Second, the management is super flexible. You don't have a rigid board of directors. The partners just decide among themselves who handles what. And third, the taxes are way simpler. An LLP is a pass-through entity. That means the business itself doesn't get taxed. All the profits just pass through to the partners and you report it on your personal returns. This way you avoid that nasty double taxation that corporations can get hit with. This side-by-side really makes it crystal clear. Look at the left, a general partnership. It's all for one and one for all, which sounds great until one person's mistake can financially sink everybody. Now look at the right, the LLP. You've got that shield. It isolates the problem. That single difference is, well, it's everything. Okay, so having this protection means you do have some responsibilities. To keep your LLP in good standing, there are a few things you have to do every year. But don't worry, it's probably more straightforward than you think. All right, here's your annual checklist. Step 1. Keep your financial records clean and accurate. That's just good business anyway. Step 2, the LLP as a business has to file an annual information return. In the US, that's often a Form 1065. Step 3, from that return, each partner gets what's called a Schedule K-1. Just think of it as your personal report card from the business. It shows your slice of the profit or loss. Step 4, you take that K-1 and use those numbers on your own personal tax return. And finally, Step 5, you pay your taxes. You're responsible for your own income and self-employment taxes. And that's pretty much the whole cycle. Now, because I want you to get this right from the very beginning, let's talk about 3 common misunderstandings that can really trip up new LLP owners. First big one, skipping the partnership agreement. Don't do it. This document is your rule book. It spells out who does what and how you'll handle disagreements. Second, don't assume you have total immunity from everything. An LLP doesn't protect you from the consequences of your own bad decisions or negligence. You're always responsible for your own actions. And third, remember that LLPs aren't available everywhere or for every industry. You have to check your local and state laws to make sure it's even an option for you. So after all that, what is the single most important thing to take away from this? What's the big picture when it comes to LLPs? If you remember just one thing, let it be this. The whole point of an LLP is to separate the professional fates of the partners. It's designed to make sure that one partner's mistake doesn't bring everyone else down with them. And that brings us to the final and most important question, the one for you to think about. Based on your business, your partners, and how much risk you're comfortable with, is an LLP the right shield for your partnership? Hey, if this breakdown helped you out, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the Business Basics Hub. And make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss our next explainer. Thanks so much for watching. And one last time, just remember, this is all for your education. Please consult with a professional before you make any big decisions for your business.